Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the SBGamefun channel and to another episode of Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment. We are playing games, having fun. This is an enjoyable game, although it taxes my brain from time to time. We last left off here at this quarry. I think it's a quarry or a mine. We are at the mines. Took us forever to find it. Yes, I know. I was not looking up. But it sure pays to look up when you do. Alright, so let's look at these clues here now that we're here. I don't want to talk to you, Watson. You just have commentary. Alright. They want us to measure.
The distance between the tracks is about 4 feet 8 inches.
So it's a different vehicle.
A lightly loaded vehicle came this way. There is a wooden beam lying on the rails. A small vehicle with wooden beams went down this way.
So a small vehicle with wooden beams came down this way.
This mine has completely collapsed, Holmes.
It is curious, but to be truthful, I am not entirely surprised.
It's difficult to follow you, Holmes.
Well, we kind of surmised that it may have been sunk in the quarry, but what happened if they shoved the train into the mine? Good question now. It's an empty place, traces on the ground. Okay, what's over here? Missing rails.
Someone removed these screws, most probably to take down the rails. A few feet of the rails have been dismantled. This is an unusual kind of paper, stiff and dry. It was used for a specific purpose. Let us look inside. Sawdust. I am almost certain it is a... Watson, could you assist, please? Do you have your pistol? Good. Fire at this package.
Aim and shoot.
Dynamite.
All right, so we have dynamite or something explosive. Stolen mines were blasted. Mines were blasted and they collapsed. The mines are collapsed to hide the train. Dynamite was used after the train was moved inside. The mine was collapsed with dynamite. Somebody wanted to close them intentionally. See, I don't have enough to make an assertion for either. Right? The mines were collapsed with dynamite. Somebody wanted them closed intentionally. Or the mines were collapsed to hide the train. So there is the possibility that the train is in there. Is that the case? Or they wanted to close the mine intentionally so that they could, well, there's missing tracks. So maybe they had the intention of stealing the tracks. Because there are tracks missing, and those bolts indicate that it was removed. Okay, I'm going to go with this one, because the clues we had before kind of lead us there. Or at least I think they do. Rails to mines are missing. Stolen rail truck. Oh my gosh, we're getting so much of these little itty bitty stuff. Somebody stole the rails to temporarily cover the missing section of the old railway to the flooded quarry. Somebody stole the rails to temporarily cover the missing section of the railway into the mines. So what is it? The quarry or the mines? See, we don't know about the mines enough, but I do know the quarry is flooding. Something went into the lake there that flooded the quarry. I guess something breached the dam, the separation, the dikes that separated the lake from the quarry. That's what caused the quarry to flood. So the flood in the quarry, to me, makes more sense to hide something, because it's visible. We know it happened. Although the mines could have been covered up as well. Gosh, I don't know. I'm going to go with the original line. Let me go with this. It has been sunk. Yeah, that's, like I said, that's... Okay. So we don't have anything more. So yeah, you see, these here were... Let me listen to the dialogue again.
Someone removed these screws, most probably to take down the rails. A few feet of the rails have been dismantled.
Nothing visible, but let's go into the Sherlock talent to his observations. There isn't anything here. Let's head back outside to the shed. Examine the name. Oh man, I gotta remember to look up.
This is the cabin for the mine's security personnel.
Well, nothing on his observation, but there is something in general. A metal box.
This box must be the safe. Let's open it.
This is like burglary, isn't it? Sherlock? Okay. Let's go to the front. Okay, let me go back here. There we go. I have no idea what I just did. I have no idea what I just did. I thought oh my gosh. All right.
The Mexican company Caracal and the Chilean Barcazas both want to buy the mines. I need more information. Perhaps Mycroft could help.
So he has to contact his brother. We inform you that the representatives of the Barcazas group are granted free access from now on. This company is the future owner of the mines. Also, starting from today, a no trespassing rule is upheld against any representative of Caracal Consortium. The preliminary contract of sales has been cancelled. Do not provide any explanation. This information is confidential. Use a telegraph to discover more about the WEA Coal Company. Okay, so...
Watson, it seems that both South American companies were involved in the purchase of the mine.
The man at Doncaster who flared our approach, he smokes Mexican cigars. Perhaps...
Yes, Watson. We should certainly speak with him.
Okay, so we need to go find the man at the Don. Examine the mine. Now we need to talk to the smoker. So we need to go to Doncaster. The Doncasters. Examine the mines. Connect. So there's nothing else here. Oh, look at that. No, they're just shiny because they're shiny. Alright, so let's go to Doncaster and talk to this Spanish bloke. Mexican bloke. Okay, there's someone in that, is that waiting room? The train station? Yes, it is. So let's head inside.
Please, sir, we would ask you not to leave. We have some questions.
Are you the police?
No, we are employed by the railway company. We are collecting witness statements about the train that disappeared last night.
Lo siento, I'm in a hurry.
Really? It seemed that you were waiting here for someone. Could you tell us if you were at the station last night?
No, I just arrived from South America.
A formidable journey, no doubt. Which country are you from?
De Chile.
Chilean. We got 5 clues. Thank God this isn't timed. Okay, what is this? High cheekbone? Wrinkles. Okay, he's got wrinkles. He's an older guy. Well dressed or smart clothes? Well dressed, smart clothing. Okay, something with his blazer here. It's a strong build, so the guy's it's a fit dude. He's muscular. Strong hands, probably, or martial arts, so he has some skills with a Z. Skills. And he smokes Mexican cigars. I thought you were Mexican.
Chile? But you are Mexican.
No, you are wrong. Why would you think I'm Mexican?
Burned note. Mexican cigars.
Because of your cigars.
Sí, cigarrillos. So what?
Those cigars are the Ricardo brand, from Mexico. It is quite impossible to find them anywhere but there.
Pero not your business.
What is your business here, amigo?
I don't suppose that you are on vacation. What business brought you here?
I was to meet my fellow compañeros, who were due to arrive yesterday. They were on that damn train. I will stay here and hope that the authorities find them, or their bodies. It's now my responsibility to repatriate them.
Who authorized you to do that?
The company I work for.
Could you tell me the name of the company?
It's not your concern.
And what is your name?
Enough questions. Buenas tardes.
Not a very friendly man, and he is lying. He said that he just arrived, but we know that he has been here for several days.
We don't need that anymore. What did we pick up? Suspicious Mexican at Doncaster. It does involve the Mexicans versus the Chileans, right? No. They are, at this time, no ties. Okay, so our next... Use the telegraph to discover more about the WEA Coal Company. So let's head over to the station master's machines. There has to be one around there. It is.
I asked Mycroft to find out some information on the WEA Coal Company. Here is his reply, and it is an interesting one.
There are two companies, the Chilean Barcazas and the Mexican Caracal. Both wanted to purchase the WEA coal mines. The Mexican Caracal consortium had established an initial deal and had prepared all the papers. However, the Chilean Barcazas group, aided by their influential connections, managed to snatch the concluding deals for the mines. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, let's say, hey, there's a character profile for the Mexican. Judging by the expensive brand of this man's cigar and the clothes that he wears, we may conclude that he is financially wealthy. The strong smell of tobacco surrounds him, and his breathing is harsh, indicating that he has been smoking heavily for the past few days. The back of his hands are red and calloused, the signs of a man who is well practiced in the martial arts. Okay. Find out more about the WEA Coal Company completed. I'm going to walk into the... Alright, so let's take a look at the WEA Coal Companies. Suspicious Mexican. I think it's attached to this. There you go. So, no grudge. The Mexicans held no grudge against the Chileans. Business is business, after all. Really? Is it? I don't know why they... Okay, so there's two options that we had up there. The Mexicans are angry. The Mexican Caracal Company held a grudge against the Chilean Barcazas group, as the Chileans were favored for purchase the WEA coal mines, despite the Mexicans' preliminary sales contract. Yeah, I think that would sum it up. So let's take a look at our next solve the mystery of the vanished train. Uh-oh. Does that mean we have reached the limit of all that we can grasp? The mines were collapsed to hide the train. So, okay, hold on. Let's select this. Let's see what this option gives us. No, it doesn't give us anything. It actually breaks everything. Whoa! The train cannot be sunk in the flooded quarry because the old railway that leads there is missing some rails. It could have been sunk there and the rails removed. See, that breaks everything. Let's leave it there. And let's check a look at this one. Road into the mine. Somebody stole the rails to temporarily cover the missing section of the railway into the mines. Somebody stole the rail, temporarily covering the missing section, to temporarily cover the missing section of into the flooded quarry. They're both. Let's change it to the mine. Let's see what happens. Oh no, look at that. I think it was. I think it was. The Chileans were left. The director of the Chilean Barcazas company were intentionally left on the train. The controller removed all passengers from the train except for the Chileans. Ooh. The Mexicans organized the Chileans' stay on the train. That is why the controller removed all the passengers except for the Chileans. That's a good point. Ooh, look at that. A whole bunch of attachments. Mexicans drowned the Chileans. It was carefully planned murder. The Mexicans killed the Chileans and sank the train in a flooded quarry to hide the crime. Blind justice. The Mexicans' inhumanity towards the Chileans has cost many lives. We must act quickly. Contact Lestrade and allow the police to perform their loud and swift justice, even at the risk of international conflict. Or you can play the political game. A criminal organization such as this cannot be confronted directly. It requires a delicate approach. Give Mycroft a chance to resolve the conflict, even though it might be protracted and turn to his own advantage. Do we want that? Or do we want instant loud justice? I mean, we have, based on the stuff we have found, although I think some of it is circumstantial, that it indicates that the Mexicans drowned the Chileans in the train. I think we are at our limit. I think we're at our limit. Blind justice. I like blind justice. I don't like politics. It just drives me batty. All right, let's go with the blind justice. Confirm your moral choice? Yes.
Then the case is solved, Holmes. What do you intend to do?
Well, I shall require assistance for the arrests. There were accomplices.
Ah, but I know that look. You have your own ideas. What are they, Holmes?
On the one hand, we have Mycroft and his tedious political games. He will locate the guilty parties without any trouble. But it will be a long and drawn-out process, and possibly with some compromise that will be to Mycroft's benefit. Our other option is the local constabulary, and advice from our friend Lestrade. The problem we have there is that the authorities seem to be incapable of acting quietly. They rely on brute force. It could result in an international scandal. All the same, I think that I prefer the forces methods. It would be better to resolve the case quickly and efficiently, without any talk of politics.
Let us go home, then. I'd like to begin writing a draft of this story.
I did not say that we had finished here yet.
Well, all right. What did I miss?
Watson, we know that the Barkazas Company directors were drowned in the flooded quarry, along with the train and Robinson's prototype. But we still need to corner the guilty party.
But how do you intend to prove... Oh, no. Please don't tell me we have to dive into the lake.
You may rest assured that I have a far better idea. We have only to use our corrupt Doncaster station master as bait. He will unwittingly trap our Mexican friend.
Of course, you already had a plan. I shall follow you, Holmes.
Well, the case is solved, and we shall be heading home. May we have 2 tickets to London, please?
Right away, but... Wait a minute. You've solved the case?
In a manner of speaking, can you believe that the rescue service miraculously saved one of the Chileans who were on board the train? The police have ordered his immediate escort to London on the next train.
He pulled through, then? He's alive?
Yes, by extreme good fortune. His condition is quite serious, and the method of transportation has its risk, but he will be held securely by the doctor and police officers. The gentleman carries some vital information on this case. I am sure of it.
Ah, really?
Your station will be famous, Mr. Duff. The journalists will be here before you know it. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Gentlemen, you are under arrest.
Caramba! You traitor! You double-crossed me!
Uh-oh, gunfight. Whoa. We just got the achievement?
Good shot,
sharp
Watson.
shooter.
I always knew you were a talented marksman.
I didn't want another life lost in this case, Holmes.
Oh my God! I thought I was a dead man.
You shouldn't be so glad about it. You'll be up before the judge.
Your testimony will be of great importance to the investigation. I would remind you that your cooperation will be the best way to ease your sentence. By the way, Watson, would you be so kind as to give me some shooting lessons later on?
Yes, but not in our sitting room, and not with you wearing a blindfold.
All right, so Riddle on the rails. It was carefully planned murder. The Mexicans killed the Chileans because the Chileans used their political clout to swoop in and take the mine from them, and then sank the train to hide their crime. The dam breach was played to their advantage. They used their own barges to keep the train on the run for a few seconds and then sank it in a flooded quarry. The railway tracks were removed to hide the crime. The Mexicans' inhumanity Inhumanity. Well, okay, where is it? Towards the Chileans cost many lives. So the decision was made to act quickly. Lestrade will be informed. We found 23 clues. And the conclusion is the Mexican cartel, the business group, drowned the Chilean business group. Our moral choice was a blind justice. All right, let's check and see what we did here. I'm pretty sure we probably missed something. Oh, look at that. 23 out of 23. Mexicans drowned the Chileans. So that is what happened, or at least let's accept that decision for the most part, I think. Okay. So what are we? We are personally ranking. Just. We are just. 71% resolved the case the same way. People made the same moral choice. Look at that. It's still weird. It's a little more than half of the group. Actually, no, that's yeah, it's close to half of the group, again, made a slightly different moral choice. Swift justice. So we as a culture and society still have the inability to mete out justice. Even when murder is at stake, life taken willfully. Okay. Bloodbath. I guess this is our next case. I don't think we want to pursue this. I'm going to make this a short episode. So we'll just do the intro.
Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits.
Old habits. His cocaine use. His pupils are dilated.
The pupil is dilated.
His breathing is labored.
The temperature appears to be normal. I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats.
You got to measure the pulse rate by counting the heartbeats for 10 seconds.
I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats. A weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute. But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Old friend.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
What?
Ah, Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the buff, but, what?
As I said.
And they were tied together.
You are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, There was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic. Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these two young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman Baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
All right, so we are going to leave it right here. It's a shorter episode, but I don't want to start another one. I would like to encase this other one into a new episode. So we're going to stay here at Baker Street. Appreciate you clicking on this shorter video, watching it. If you like this kind of goofy content, make sure you click on subscribe and click on the bell to get notified when I upload new content. And I hope to see you on the next episode where we go to the Roman Baths. Until then, have a good one.